Yo, what's going on, guys? RGV2 here, doing something new today. Today, I am going to be grading every Premier League club's season so far. We are currently on the 1st of February, so we're basically at the halfway point of the Premier League. Wait, let me see that. Let me see. Yeah, the halfway point of the Premier League. So, we're about to start the second half, and let's grade how each team has done so far. So, we've got 5 different categories. We've got excellent, decent, above expected, below expected, and bad. Excellent should be green and bad should be, let's change that now. Alright then, this is more like it. So we've got the 20 Premier League clubs. I'm not going to name all of them, you should know them. And I'm going to be grading their seasons as we go through them. Now let me just give you a disclaimer. I haven't watched every team's games so far. So I haven't seen all 20 of all 19 of Fulham's games. I haven't been watching every team's games, so I'm just gonna go off what I'm seeing from the table, and what I've seen so far when they've come up against the team I support, or from the big games that I've watched. Okay, all right, please don't cry. All right, even if there's anyone watching this. Yeah. So, first off, we have Chelsea. Now, where are Chelsea in the league? Chelsea are 7th place. 21 games played, 9 wins, 6 draws, 6 assists, and they have just sacked Frank Lampard. Well, from what I remember, there was a point where Chelsea were top of the league in December, and they were doing really, and that was only 2 months ago, and they were doing really well. To think that 31 days ago Chelsea were top of the league and now they're sitting in 8th. They're sitting in 7th, sorry. They've sacked their manager. They're 11 points behind Manchester City, who are top number 1 right now. But then again, they can catch up to that. It's not that hard to catch up to first. I've seen Man United do it last season when they were 6th and they caught up to 4th place. So That's 3 games. Man City lose 3 games and Chelsea win 3 games. Look, they're first. Well, they're not first, but they're 1 point behind Man City. So it's not that hard. So they're not that far off. So it's not that bad. However, 9 wins, 6 draws, 6 losses. They're basically 3 losses away, or 3 draws away from being 9 losses, 6 wins, and 9 wins. So if we're to grade them, right now, they have certain players that aren't performing, but with how much they spent and the world class, the potential and decent players they've signed. I don't want to call them world class, but excellent players they've signed. Below expected. They're not doing bad, but they're doing below expected. They should be top. They should be top 4, but look, they're only 6 points off the top 4, which is 2 wins. That's 2. They could easily be third. That's what I'm trying to say. They could easily be third and second with just 3 wins. That's what I'm trying to say. They're not doing bad. But right now, with how much they spent and the players they've signed, below expected. Okay. Next, Tottenham Hotspur. Now, with the players Tottenham signed and the players they have and the manager they got, Tottenham made a lot of changes to the team. We thought that they made some excellent additions to their team. When they brought in Jose Mourinho, they somehow managed to get him in. They brought back Bale. Harry Kane's still there. Son and Harry Kane are firing. But it just never works with Tottenham. They're in the final already, but we're going to keep it strictly to Premier League. It just never works with Tottenham. I don't know why. Is it Mourinho's? I'm not even going to blame Mourinho, because this is Tottenham just are always like this. They have just been like this for such a long time. But they're currently 6th in the Premier League. And like I was saying about Chelsea, all it takes is 3 wins and you're back up there if the top lose. I wouldn't say Jose's position is under threat. But look, they have a game in hand. They win the next game, they go 5th. So with Tottenham, I can't say they're doing, because for Tottenham, it's either below expected or decent with Tottenham. But then again, with how they were firing at the start of the Premier League, Tottenham right now, below expected, man. I can't lie. With the madness that Sane and Con? What? With the madness Kane and Son were doing, we thought Tottenham were going to be challenging for the title. Right now, they're not doing that. They're 10 points off, or 11 points off top. They're losing. They're throwing away easy games. 6 draws so far, 5 losses, 9 wins. Come on, Tottenham, you're doing below expected. Next team, we got Leicester, and what can Leicester once again? This is back-to-back seasons now where Leicester are really pushing for this top 4. Last season, we saw how good they were doing. They just missed out on the top 4. The last day of the season, it was Manchester United versus Leicester. Winner gets top 4, and Leicester, yeah, they fluffed it at their home ground. But so far this season, 21 games, 12 wins, 3 draws, 6 losses. 39 points. Leicester could easily be in second. 1 win, 40, 41, 42, and then second. But then again, Liverpool and Man United would have to lose. But they could be second. Leicester are doing pretty well. I'm actually proud of Leicester. They've got a good manager in Brendan Rodgers. They've got a great team so far. They need to start getting ready to replace Vardy because Vardy's getting old. They need to start replacing him soon with someone. But Leicester are doing really well, man. You know what I'm going to say. Now, based off last season, we kind of know what their levels are. They should be aiming for that 5th to 7th. 5th to 7th should be Leicester's spot. But right now, they're currently sitting in 4th. I'm going to say Leicester are doing decent. I'm not going to put above expected because they're doing what I expected them to do. Because last season, we saw them challenging for top 4. This season, they're challenging for top 4. Well, by the way, can we just remember that Leicester came into the Premier League in 2014 or 2015? Or 2015. First season they were here, they fight for relegation. Second season they were here, they won the Premier League. Now Leicester are a completely top 4 side. Well, top 10, top 8. You guys may disagree with me, but I'm going to put Leicester as decent. Now, next. The almighty Arsenal. Arsenal. Currently sitting 10th in the Premier League. 31 points. 9 points off 3rd. 3 games. You know what I've been saying, that's only 3 games. However, 21 games, 9 wins, 8 losses. I'm not going to talk too much, man, because Arsenal should be battling for that 5th to 7th spot. They were like 14th at one point. They're doing really bad. I'm going to have to put them in bad. You can say, yeah, they're doing below expected, but where they're at right now is worse than below expected, because that means they're doing bad. Below expected would be that would be like them being 8th or something, but to be 10th, and like just remember, they just came up from 10th. You know what I'm saying? They just came up to 10th, so they're doing bad right now. You could say below expected, but I'm putting them as bad. Next, we got Aston Villa, currently fighting for were fighting for relegation last season. Survived it. Next season, they're 9th in the Premier League. 32 points. 1 win. They could be 5th. But then again, Everton, Chelsea and Tottenham and West Ham would all have to lose, which is probably not going to happen. But yeah, Aston Villa. 19 games, 10 wins, 2 draws, 7 losses, beat Liverpool 7-2, beat Arsenal. Above expected. Now I don't know if that's above expected. I don't know if is that excellent. We can't say that's decent, because for a team of Aston Villa, that's not decent. That's, you know what I'm saying. That's either above excellent or excellent, or it's above expected or excellent. Because for them to be fighting relegation last season and now they're sitting in 9th, close to 5th. For a team of Aston Villa, I'm gonna have to say excellent. They're doing excellent. Because to be fighting relegation last season and to now be sitting 9th, like 1 win and they could literally be 5th or 6th. So they're currently battling it out for a Europa spot. That's all I'm saying. That's excellent to me. Next, we got Brighton and Hove Albion. Currently sitting 17th in the Premier League. 21 games, 4 wins, 9 draws, 8 losses. Now, is this what we expect from Brighton? To be fighting relegation? I kind of expect Brighton to meet. Well, I wouldn't even say they're fighting relegation, because Fulham, who are 18th, are on 14 points, and Brighton are on 21. So they're like 7 points ahead of the relegation zone, anyways. So, which is three games. You know what I'm saying? That's 3 games you could lose, but I probably would expect, for how long Brighton have been in the Premier League, they've been in here for quite some time. I probably would expect them to be 13th and 12th. So I'm going to have to say they're doing below expected. They're not doing bad, because one win could take them up to 14th. You see what I'm saying? One win could take them up to 14th, but it depends on the results of 3 other teams. So I'm going to say below expected. I'm not going to say bad. It's below expected. Next, we got Burnley FC, the team that ended Liverpool's home streak. And they're currently sitting in 6th. Okay, Burnley, you're sitting in a bad position. 16th in the Premier League. I would expect Burnley to be 10th to 13th. However, 20 games, 6 wins, 4 draws, 10 losses. There was a stat going on about Burnley, but I just can't remember what it was. A team that hadn't scored in something, I can't remember what it was. That they scored a certain amount of goals or something like that, or won a certain amount of games. I can't remember. They were saying it when they beat Liverpool, but I can't remember what it was. But yeah, Burnley. 22 points. If they win, 25. They could go up to 14th. Win again, they push up. Below expected for me, Burnley. I'm putting them. Listen, you guys may say different, but for me, it's below expected. Next, we got Crystal Palace. Currently 13th in the Premier League with 26 points. Won 7, drew 5, lost 9. This is what I expect. I would expect Crystal Palace to be fighting relegation. You know what I'm saying? I would expect them to be fighting relegation. They're kind of far away from it. They really are in a comfortable position. One win, they could. Well, they're not moving anywhere if they win, because Leeds are on the same amount of points as them. But they have a better goal difference. Well, Leeds have a better goal difference. But I'm gonna say Crystal Palace are doing above expected. They've got Eze and Zaha and other players performing well. So yeah, they really are doing above expected. Well, next we got Everton. Now, Everton, currently 8th in the Premier League. They were top 4 at the start of the league. Then they went downhill. It was really going bad for them. I don't know what happened. 19 games. They do have games in hand. They do have. I think they have 3 games in hand. So if they were to win all 3, that's 9 points. They could be sitting on 41 points. So if they win their games in hand, they could be sitting at 2nd. But that's not going to be easy for Everton, is it? Ten wins, 3 draws, 6 losses. Scored 29. Conceded 24. 33 points. They win their game, they go to 36, they go 5th. Now, this is the position I would expect Everton to be in. But with how they were at the start of the league, we all knew Everton were going to fall off, because it's Everton. It always happens with Everton. So I can't say they're doing bad. I can't say they're doing above expected, because this is where Everton should be finishing. Then again, I don't even remember the last time Everton won the Europa League. But, however, I'm going to have to say Everton are doing decent. Because they're achieving their target. They're an 8th place team. This is where they should be finishing. This is where I expect them to be finishing. regardless of the players they have. They don't have that much of an amazing players. I mean, they do have James Rodriguez, Richarlison, but 8th is where I expect Everton to be. Next, we have Fulham, 18th in the league with 14 points. Bad. Where I expect them to be, like I don't expect Fulham to come up to the Premier League and be 9th. I expect them to be in a relegation battle. Every time Fulham come back up, they're always in the relegation battle and they get relegated. Fulham are a useless club. I'm not gonna lie, they're a useless club. I don't have much to say about them, but they're doing bad. They're not doing below expected because they are where I expected them to be. If that makes sense. Like below expected, I don't even think Fulham even have a below expected. Below, they're just bad. Fulham just bad. Next, we got Leeds United, first season in the Premier League, currently sitting in 12th. 20 games, 9 wins, 2 draws, 9 losses. 29 points. If they win their game, 30, 31, 32, they could climb 9th. Doing above expected. Above expected or decent though. For a team that bottled promotion 2 seasons ago, and then they got the promotion, you would expect them, like you expect newly promoted teams to be battling relegation, but they're not. So therefore, they're doing decent or excellent. So therefore, they're doing excellent then, but they're 12th. They're nowhere near the relegation zone. So you could say, I'm going to say Leeds are doing excellent. You're probably thinking decent, but remember, they just got promoted and they're sitting in 12th. 1 win, possibly move it up to 10th, 9th. They're not that far off 6th place, Tottenham, 33 points. They're on 29 points. That's 2 wins. They could be 6. Might not happen, but you never know of the Premier League. They're doing excellent. That's what I have to say. Next, we have Liverpool, Premier League champions, the current Premier League champions. Currently sitting in 3rd. 21 games played, 11 wins, 7 draws, 3 losses. 40 points. Win the next game, Man United lose, they could be 2nd. 4 points away from Man City, who have a game in hand. They're probably going to win. 47 points Man City. That means Liverpool are currently could be 7 points off the champion, of first place Man City. With how Liverpool blitzed the league last season, they did fall off towards the end. I kind of expected them to kind of blitz it again, but right now they're struggling. This was due to a lack of signings. They only signed like Thiago, and now they got injury scares in Van Dijk and Gomez, and now look at them. Below expected, decent. They're not doing excellent, that's for sure. But are they doing below expected or are they just decent? Are Liverpool doing below what I would expect them to be doing? Yes, because there was a stat going on about how they haven't scored in how many games. Liverpool have the best attack in the Premier League, and to hear that Liverpool haven't scored in like 500 minutes or 300 minutes, whatever it was, I don't know, sorry, don't cry. Below expected. Sorry, Liverpool. West Ham United, I looked at the table today and I saw West Ham sitting in 5th. I said, what? West Ham are in 5th. 21 games, 10 wins, 5 draws, 6 losses. Moyes is doing a great job. Excellent or above expected though. That's the thing. They could easily slip down into 9th. But right now they're 5th. 10 wins. 35 points. I'm going to have to put excellent, man. I can't put decent because a team like West Ham usually are... They're usually struggling. West Ham have been struggling as of recent. I can't lie. Like I've been seeing them a lot in the bottom half of the table. I'm talking about previous years. Since Payet left. They have been struggling. But for them to be 5th right now, which can easily change. They could be 10th within just 2 games. But right now, to be 5th, West Ham, excellent. Carry on, West Ham. Carry on. Manchester United, They're not doing excellent. That's for sure. There's no way they're doing excellent because they haven't even beat a top 6 side yet. So they're not doing excellent. 21 games, 12 wins, 4 losses, 5 draws. This is simple. They're doing above expected. Because people were talking about title race. We all know they wasn't in the title race. But they should usually be challenging. Man United are usually sitting in 6th right now, trying to catch up to 4th place. But right now they're in 2nd, trying to catch up to 1st. That's big progress for Man United. I won't lie. That's big progress. Above expected. I'll give them that. Man City, 20 games played, 13 wins, 5 draws, 2 losses, 44 points. Currently top of the league with a game in hand. 3 points ahead of Manchester United, 4 points ahead of Liverpool. 2nd and 3rd. Not doing excellent. Decent. Or below expected. Nah, I'm just joking. They are 1st. But with how they were moving, earlier at the start of the season, well, not the start, towards the middle of the first half of the season, I saw them in some mad positions. I won't lie. I saw them drawing games and with all the defenders that they were signing as well. Don't forget, but they seem to have found their form now. Diaz is really shining for them. I'll say decent. Because they're not doing above, but yeah. Newcastle United, currently 15th in the league. I don't know. See, teams like Newcastle now, I would expect Newcastle to be like a 12th place team. 1 win and they don't even move to 12th. One win and they could move to 14th. That's all. Decent or bad or below expected. I'm gonna say below expected. Newcastle are below expected because I don't know, because Newcastle are they're the type of teams that should be finishing 15th. You've got the team who should be finishing 1st to 6th, and then 7th to 10, then 10 to 15, and then 15 to 20. The team there, and Newcastle are the team that should be finishing from the 15th to 20, or maybe the 10 or the 10 to 15. That's what I say. I think they should be 10 to 15. So they're hitting their targets. I believe they're hitting their targets, to be honest. But I can't say that them being 15th is decent. That's the thing. I can't say that that's decent. So, but it's not bad because they're not near the relegation. But I'm going to say below expected. You guys will probably disagree with me. If you do, let me know why. But below expected. Next, we got Sheffield United. Currently bottom of the league on 8 points. They did just beat Manchester United. 2 wins. Of course, they would be so predictable. 2 wins. They're not below expected. Because no one expected them to be anywhere high. So, automatically bad. Just has to be bad. Southampton. Currently 11th. That's where they should be. They're a 10th to 15th place team, and they are there. So 8 wins, 5 draws, 7 losses. I would say decent. Still, I don't expect them to be challenging for Europa. So decent. West Brom, 19th in the league, 2 wins, 6 draws, 13 losses, 12 points. Bad. We already know that. Bad. Wolves, 14th in the league. Now, I believe that they're a team that should be finishing in the top 10. And they're 14th. 1 win doesn't even take them into 12th. Because they currently have 23 points. Below expected for me, Wolves. Below expected. So, this is the final list. We got 3 teams in excellent, 4 teams in decent, 2 in above expected, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in below expected and 4 in bad. Do you guys disagree with my list, or do you guys agree? I think my list is accurate. I'm not gonna lie. I think my list is accurate. But yeah, if you guys disagree, let me know. If you guys enjoyed the video, like the video then. Subscribe to the channel. And if you want to see me do more of this, 3 likes and give me some suggestions. Don't just like and run away. Like and suggest. Come on, interact with people. Interact with YouTubers, man. They want to hear what you have to say sometimes. Sometimes. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video and peace.